My beloved child, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You think this is just another story, just another voice passing through your ears, but this is different, and you can feel it already. Something is building, something is about to unfold, something that doesn't happen every day. There was a person, completely ordinary, someone you wouldn't notice in a crowd, someone living a life so routine that even time seemed bored of repeating it. Every morning they woke up with the same thoughts, every day they followed the same patterns, every night they went to sleep telling themselves, tomorrow will be different, yet tomorrow always looked exactly the same. But beneath that calm surface, something was shifting, slowly, silently, like a storm forming far away where no one could see it. Don't skip, because this is where it begins. That person had everything that looked right from the outside: stability, predictability, safety. But inside, there was a question that refused to stay quiet: is this really the life I'm meant to live? And the strange part was, no one else could hear that question, no one else could feel its weight, but it was there, growing stronger every single day. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. One evening, when the world was quiet and distractions had faded, that question returned, but this time it didn't whisper, it stood there, clear and undeniable. The person paused, looked around at their life, not the version others saw, but the real one, the unfiltered one, and for the first time, they didn't look away. Fear immediately stepped in, trying to protect them, telling them to stay where it's safe, where nothing changes, where nothing is risked. Comfort wrapped itself around them like a soft cage, reminding them of everything they might lose. Doubt spoke the loudest, listing every reason why they shouldn't move forward, why they should remain exactly where they are. But then, something unexpected happened. A different voice appeared, not louder, not aggressive, but steady, calm, and powerful. It didn't argue, it didn't force, it simply said one word: decide. Don't skip, because that one word carried more weight than anything they had ever heard. It wasn't asking for perfection, it wasn't demanding certainty, it was asking for courage, the kind of courage that changes everything. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay till the end. That person stood at a crossroads that no one else could see, a moment invisible to the world but monumental within. And here's the shocking truth: nothing about the decision looked big from the outside. No dramatic announcement, no instant transformation, no visible sign that anything had changed. But inside, everything shifted. Because the decision they made was not about changing their entire life overnight, it was about refusing to stay the same. And that is what makes this story powerful. Most people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect confidence, but this person didn't have any of that. They only had a feeling, and the courage to listen to it. Don't skip, because what happened next is something most people never experience. The moment they chose differently, even in the smallest way, something invisible started moving. Opportunities that didn't exist before began to appear. Thoughts that once felt impossible started to feel real. Energy replaced hesitation. Direction replaced confusion. It wasn't magic, it was the result of one decision. Stay till the end, because this is where it becomes real for you. That person didn't suddenly become fearless, they didn't suddenly have all the answers, but they did something rare: they took responsibility for their own life. And that single shift created momentum. Day by day, step by step, things began to change. Not instantly, not dramatically, but undeniably. And here's the part that will surprise you the most: the reason behind that decision was not success, not money, not recognition. It was something much deeper. It was the realization that time doesn't wait. That life doesn't pause. That staying still is also a choice, and often the most dangerous one. Don't skip, because this truth is everything. The decision they made was simple: to stop waiting. And that changed everything. Now listen carefully, because this is not just their story, it's yours too. Right now, somewhere in your life, there is a decision waiting for you, quiet but powerful, small but life-changing. You've felt it. You've heard it. You've ignored it. But it's still there. And just like that person, you're standing at a moment that could define everything. So don't skip, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this time, it's not just a story, it's a message meant for you. Listen closely, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment after that decision, everything felt quiet. Not exciting. Not dramatic. Just still. And that's what makes this story powerful, because most people expect fireworks when something big happens. But real change? It begins in silence. That person didn't wake up the next day as a completely different human. They woke up the same, but something inside had shifted. A line had been crossed. A choice had been made that could not be undone. Don't skip, because this is where most people fail to understand what truly matters. The world around them didn't change immediately, but their perspective did. And once your perspective changes, everything else follows. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The first test came quickly. Doubt returned, stronger than before, whispering, "Was that decision even right?" Fear followed, reminding them of comfort, of safety, of the life they almost left behind. And here's the shocking truth: this is where most people turn back. This is the exact moment where dreams disappear, where decisions fade, where courage collapses. But this person did something different. Instead of running back to what was familiar, they paused, and remembered why they decided in the first place. Not for attention. Not for approval. But because staying the same was no longer acceptable. Don't skip, because this is rare. Very rare. They chose to move forward, even when it felt uncertain. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay till the end. Days passed, and small changes began to appear. Not massive transformations, not overnight success, but subtle shifts that most people would ignore. Their mindset became sharper. Their focus became clearer. They started noticing opportunities that had always been there, but invisible to their old self. And here's the once-in-a-lifetime realization: nothing new was added to their life. The world didn't suddenly become different. They became different. Don't skip, because this changes everything. The same environment, the same people, the same circumstances, yet everything felt new. Why? Because the decision they made unlocked a version of themselves that had always been waiting. Stay till the end, because this part will stay with you. One day, something unexpected happened. An opportunity appeared, simple, almost ordinary, but this time, they didn't hesitate. They didn't overthink. They didn't step back. They moved forward. And that single action created a chain reaction. One step led to another. One door led to the next. And slowly, the life they once questioned started transforming into something meaningful. Don't skip, because here's the truth no one tells you: big moments don't create big lives. Small decisions, repeated with courage, do. That's the secret. That's the hidden truth behind every success story you've ever heard. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay till the end. And now comes the reason behind everything, the reason that will surprise you. That person didn't make that decision because they were strong. They didn't do it because they were fearless. They did it because they were tired of wondering, what if? Tired of living a life that felt incomplete. Tired of ignoring that quiet voice inside. And that's what changed everything. Not strength. Not confidence. But honesty. Don't skip, because this might be your moment too. The moment where you stop pretending everything is fine and start listening to what truly matters. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Right now, as you're watching this, ask yourself one question: what decision have you been avoiding? What truth have you been ignoring? Because just like that person, you're standing at a silent turning point. It doesn't look big. It doesn't feel dramatic. But it has the power to change everything. And here's the final truth for this moment: your life will not change when everything is perfect. It will change the moment you decide not to stay the same. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because what comes next might be the most important part of all. Now pause for a second, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this is the part where everything becomes undeniable. Up until now, you've seen the decision, the shift, the quiet beginning. But what you're about to hear next is the moment that proves why that one decision mattered more than anything else. And trust this, most people never reach this point. Not because they can't, but because they stop too early. Don't skip, because this is where the story separates from ordinary. Days turned into weeks, and something unusual started happening. The person began to notice patterns, things they had never seen before. The same situations that once confused them now made sense. The same problems that once felt heavy now felt manageable. And here's the shocking part: nothing outside had changed enough to explain it. No major breakthrough, no sudden miracle. Yet everything felt different. Why? Because their decision didn't just change their actions. It changed how they saw everything. Stay till the end, because this realization is once in a lifetime. Then came a moment, a real test. Not small, not simple, but a situation that would have completely stopped them before. A challenge appeared, unexpected and uncomfortable. And for a second, just a second, the old version of them tried to return. Doubt whispered again. Fear stood in front of them once more. The familiar urge to step back, to play safe, to avoid risk, it all came rushing in. Don't skip, because this is where everything could have ended. But something powerful happened. They didn't react the way they used to. They didn't run. They didn't freeze. They stood still, took a breath, and remembered that one decision. The decision that started it all. And in that moment, they chose again. Not perfectly. Not confidently. But intentionally. Stay till the end, because this is the truth most people never understand. One decision is not enough. It must be repeated. Strength is not built in a single moment, it is built in moments like this. Something huge is waiting for you, so don't skip. That single choice, to move forward instead of stepping back, created a ripple effect. The challenge didn't disappear instantly, but something inside them grew stronger. And with that strength came clarity. And with clarity came action. And with action came results. Not overnight success, not instant transformation, but real, undeniable progress. And here's the surprising truth: progress feels quiet. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. But it changes everything. Stay till the end, because this is where it gets deeper. The person started to realize something that most people never see in their entire lives. They understood that the decision they made was never really about changing their situation. It was about changing their identity. They were no longer someone who waited. No longer someone who avoided. No longer someone who ignored that inner voice. They became someone who listens, and acts. Don't skip, because this realization is rare. Extremely rare. And then, something unexpected happened again. People around them started noticing. Not in a loud way. Not with big reactions. But subtly. Conversations changed. Opportunities increased. Respect grew. And here's the once-in-a-lifetime truth: when you change internally, the world responds externally. It's not magic. It's alignment. Stay till the end, because this might be the moment that changes how you see your own life. Something huge is waiting for you, so don't skip. The person looked back one day, not far back, just enough to see where they started, and realized something unbelievable. The life they once questioned, the confusion they once felt, the hesitation that once controlled them, it all began to fade. Not because life became perfect, but because they became stronger than the version of themselves that once held them back. And here's the most powerful part of all. The reason behind that important decision, the one mentioned at the very beginning, was never about changing the world. It was about refusing to ignore themselves. That's it. Simple, but life-changing. Stay till the end, because this truth is everything. Most people are not waiting for opportunity. They are waiting for permission. Permission to start. Permission to change. Permission to choose differently. But this person didn't wait for permission. They gave it to themselves. And that's what made all the difference. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, as you're still here, still listening, still watching, this is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Because just like that person, you are standing in front of a decision. It may not look big. It may not feel urgent. But it has the power to change everything. Stay till the end, because what comes next will make this even clearer.